Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Cleaning Out My Closet podcast. I'm Sean.
And I am Picasso.
I thought you were going to say you're, like, not anatomically correct.
Well, I mean, that is
like
also
a Ken
true.
Doll.
I mean,
Either
way.
Your kids aren't even yours?
I mean, the birth certificate says yes, but the DNA
That's why they
test,
don't look anything like you. They're just
Dude,
blonde-haired, blue-eyed children.
Other than that, they look exactly like me. Mm-hmm. Other than that. That's what I tell myself, at least.
I'd love to see you with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Dude, I'll hook you up, and I'll put a little schoolgirl outfit on for you.
I think we have to address something first.
Yes, we do, actually. So
Julian, he was inspired by, I guess, one of his all-time favorite icons.
Who's
ever.
that?
It's
Jaden Smith?
Edward Norton from that Nazi movie.
It's not your favorite movie?
And then, so he just was like, Holly, I need you to just fucking, I gotta go for it.
Dude,
It's now or never.
I was actually going for the logic look.
Oh yeah. Your squints.
Yeah, basically.
So Julian, he called me like a couple days ago and he's like, dude, my fucking, I had to fucking shave my whole head, like get rid of everything. I'm like, oh, why? He's just like, so go ahead and tell me.
So basically what happened was, we got the clippers because, I had a barber that came into that, just did my hair every month or so. He moved out of state, so now I don't have a fucking barber. Mm-hmm. So we just got the clippers. I was like, fuck it. I used to do this when I was a kid. Just put a fucking 2-guard on all the way through. We're good to go.
That's why he was so popular with the girls.
Always, dude. Always. And so I was like, fuck it. We'll just do that.
They were like, oh my God, I feel so bad for this special needs
he's
child.
He's got cancer.
Like, look at him.
Look at him go. Oh, he's got good vocabulary for one of those guys.
His hair's just falling right out, guys. Just like clumps.
Dude, so what ended up happening is she tried to get a little fancy with it, didn't use the guard, and she starts
spitting on the clippers.
That's how you oil it, right? So yeah, no, we had to go all the way down to a 1 guard, but in the end, it worked out because it's been so fucking hot here in Florida, dude.
Yeah.
And my hair's been crazy. Like you and I both have very thick fucking Latino type hair, so it does not work well here in Florida, dude. So getting the shit buzzed off was like the greatest thing, dude. Seriously, I recommend it 100%.
And they love it at the meetings. You're the talk of it, really.
I mean, I rock the same haircut as everyone else now. That's all I could say. I'm not going to go any further. No more comments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't even disclose where they're at or anything like that.
Not in my backyard.
No. All right. Okay, so actually there is something that we do actually have to discuss.
Some
but
actual
before
seriousness, yes.
I get into that, guys, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, following us on all social media platforms. So make sure you're on our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can find us at Real Clean Closet. Of course, you can also find us on our Facebook with the full name of our podcast, The Cleaning Out My Closet Podcast. Our YouTube channel, of course, The Cleaning Out My Closet Podcast. And then anywhere you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, if you want to watch
Saudi
the video.
Arabia?
Yeah, we're pretty big in Saudi Arabia, apparently.
Yeah.
We're huge.
The numbers don't lie.
We're huge. Let's be fair about that. It's like us, then like oil.
Yeah.
And then like
Joe Rogan.
And like beating women. Like
I think Joe Rogan beating women, they're about the
Joe
same.
Rogan beating women.
Yeah. They're right there.
Right there.
Dude, you cannot tell me he does not beat his wife.
So, okay.
Come on.
Anyways, now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this shit.
Oh yeah.
So Julian called me super excited a couple days ago.
I got my first boner.
And he was like, yeah.
It was awesome.
So he goes, dude, guess what? I'm like, what? And he goes, dude, we got like our first like fan email.
Yeah, buddy.
And let me just say, this shit made both of our days.
Dude,
I was having
it made
a
my
shitty
fucking
day.
week. Yeah,
I
you
was
were
having
a
a shitty day. I was having a shitty week for sure.
Right.
And this shit like set me off into a whole nother mood, bro. I was fucking flipping out.
Dude, I
We
was
both
floored.
were.
I was so excited about it.
I read this shit multiple times. I read, like, we kept talking about it. We kept reading it to, like, I read it to my wife, like, twice.
Yeah, I read it to Holly,
like, nobody else cares, though.
like, okay, and whatever.
So, some guy,
probably a pervert.
So you know him? And we're like, no.
No.
So he's, like, paying for the podcast? And we're like, no.
Not quite.
So he's getting other people to, like, watch and like pay attention, and maybe he has like an audience.
Maybe no, probably not.
None of the above.
Yeah, but we would like to believe that.
So I'm going to go ahead and read this email, because we have been telling you guys, email us. If
the past few episodes we kind of been doing that.
Obviously, comment on the YouTube, like on the episodes.
Yeah. Actually, comment it, because that's be like the first place we'll see.
That's the first place we see ideas or suggestions for topics or anything like that. But then, of course, if you have like a long format thing that you want to say to us, like, emailing us is the best. And where can they email us, Julian?
That is going to be at cleaningoutmypodcast@gmail.com.
There you go. I have him do it,
and,
because
yeah, he fucked up. Well, dude, like we've already said it before. It was so different than all of our other ats and everything else. So it's like, fuck, we got to remember another thing.
Yeah.
And before we get into the email real quick, just a little side note about the YouTube comments. If you do comment and it does get removed, that's not us, guys. I just want to say that.
YouTube is strict about the type of language and verbiage that
so
you use.
Just be careful with the wordage of what you're saying. And if you want to put something out there, just kind of be smart about it. A dick with the exclamation
Sometimes
point.
It's so funny when like really funny comments show up.
Oh, dude, and then they disappear
sometimes we'll get the
instantly.
notification for them. And when you go to click on it, it'll be gone. And you'll just see the first like 5 or 6 words. And you're like, yeah, I know
this
why.
is going to be a good one.
You're like, I can see why it was deleted.
So yeah, just be mindful.
So anyways, let's get into this.
Oh yeah.
Do you think this guy would be okay with us saying his name? It's in the email, or should we not?
We'll just do his first name.
I'll say his first name.
Yeah.
All right. In the subject line, for the lulls, from Kevin. I
Kevin?
randomly stumbled on your podcast a few months ago and have become a huge fan. Sorry for my dyslexia. Have become a huge fan. I love how hilarious you guys are. I find myself randomly quoting lines of Julian's high guy wisdom on a daily basis. I mean, you didn't mention quoting me at all, but that's...
I mean, are you really that
fine.
quotable?
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's be real.
More chromosomes than subscribers, bitch.
Dude, Obama? That's all I gotta say. Mic drop.
You're seriously some of the funniest stuff on YouTube. Thank you.
I agree.
We personally think we are some of the best stuff on YouTube. Considering the podcasts that we watch, we always say like, damn, like we always talk to each other and we're just like, yo, let's completely non-biased.
Right,
as
right.
unbiased as we can
Which
totally
is,
be.
obviously
we
hard,
feel
but
like our
still.
podcast is in the top 10 funniest podcasts.
I 100% agree. And that's my unbiased opinion.
So...
That's a quote.
Do with that what you will. Tell your mother, tell your grandmother.
And then kiss your dad.
You're seriously some of the funniest stuff on YouTube. I would love to hear about the Cleaning Out My Closet podcast origin story and how you two first meet and got the podcast going. Also, don't forget to kiss your dad. I didn't. I did not forget to kiss my dad.
He showed me the video.
It was Father's Day.
Yep. He showed me the video. He
kissed him right on his sack.
It was tasteful-ish. At least shot. I mean, the
I got the same
not.
director as Cuties. So everything looked great.
I'll say the angles were really beautiful. The background was awesome.
We did like this light gradient thing where like we filtered it through like a paper plate and it sort of
greasy,
it gave like a real nice like the dimensions of the wrinkles on his balls.
It just really popped.
Like as they touch my lips.
Dude, it's beautiful. I can't wait to see the final product. I haven't even seen the final product. I saw you guys were editing.
Yeah, I've only sent you the clips.
Yeah.
Like to blow loads to. Like that's it.
Dude, I've been slinging.
So,
nonstop.
anyways, Kevin.
Kevin.
I think we've talked about the origins of the podcast before, but obviously with like newer people coming in, and we don't necessarily recommend people going back and watching the oldest episodes that we have because they are absolute trash.
Oh, they are. They're trash. Start when the video starts.
Start from our newest content and always work your way back. Because once you start to actually enjoy the content, the more likelihood you'll be able to at least
because
you'll have some type of admiration for the
well,
first
the thing is too with
batch.
with the first batch of videos that we did put out, there is some gems in there hidden, sprinkled throughout. But like you said,
we struggled to do everything.
Oh, dude, it was crazy.
The hardest thing though was probably just the communication and actual podcasting,
dude. And it kind of goes into the question that Kevin asked. We also originally had a third member of this podcast.
Okay.
So we'll start the story of the origin story.
The origin story
cleaning out my closet.
Of the cleaning out my plot.
Your
the cleaning out my closet podcast.
Cleaning out my platypus.
So, the original, I guess, origin of the podcast is, for one thing, it wasn't even called the Cleaning Out My Closet podcast.
No, dude,
it was the name kind of went back and forth a little bit, but what I will say is that I'm not an original member of the podcast.
No. You're actually our official first guest.
I was the first guest of the podcast. And so if you actually go back and watch episode 1 and episode 2, you'll see that in episode 2, I show up as a guest on the podcast. And in episode 1, someone that we reference a lot on the show sometimes that for newer people might
Probably
be like, who the fuck are they talking about? Why do they keep calling Sean a ginger?
Right.
When we say Ginger Sean, we're actually referring to the original member of the podcast, Ginger Sean, my friend who I've known for like close to 10 years now.
Right.
And you've known for a few years, right? And that's kind of how we connected, me and you. So basically the way that this all started was at the time we were all merchandisers, vendors for companies. Me and Sean, I believe we worked for Coca-Cola.
I was working
Julian
for Pepsi.
worked for Pepsi.
So naturally we had a gang rivalry and I had to shank a bitch. But we got past that.
Yeah, it was sort of like a
blood on Crip kind of thing.
It was like a ghetto love story. Like we fell in love with each other.
Poetic
and we stopped
justice.
the violence between both sides.
They're actually making a Broadway show about the whole thing. So I mean, you guys could just check that out.
What's
in a
the thing
years.
the Sharks and the Jets? What is that?
Sharks and the Jets.
Yeah, you know that it's like a musical from like the 50s or something.
You definitely tell them very
West Side Story. Is that it?
Yes, that is one. Grease.
All right, moving on.
Yes.
We don't want to get sidetracked from our own origin story.
That's how our origin story would be, though.
So basically, me and Julian had maybe met like 2-3 times tops, and we probably spoke like a total of like 3 words to each other. Just working on the job. Yeah, are you using that? Yeah, you're like, okay, yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Right.
So, and that has a lot to do with me though, because and I just had this conversation with Benexi is that when I'm in work mode, I shut down socially.
Oh, dude, I'm the same way. Like, cause we both, like, literally we just put our headphones in and I just did my thing and I was like, and tried to get the fuck out as quick
with
as
my
possible.
new job that I just started, like, people are constantly trying to be friends with me and like, I can kind of like get into
working
it.
as like a sex worker, that does kind of make sense though.
It's difficult too because I feel like they're jealous of how good I can blow a man. So I don't want to say that they're not talented because I could teach them a few things.
Right.
But the enthusiasm. They're unwilling to take the direction I'm trying to give them, and then they get really upset with me when I take over for them and I just start using.
You're
their
more of a
a
visual learner and a visual teacher.
I'm more of an oral learner.
Yeah, what's called what it is. Anyways, let's not get distracted. Come on, we can do this.
I learned anally.
Only.
So basically, what's it called? You and Sean had made the decision. You were like, dude, we're going to start a podcast. We're going to do all these different things, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And I remember Sean telling me that you were doing that. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. I always had wanted to start a podcast, but I was like I said to you, I've said this so many times to you, is that there are so many things that I want to do. I just don't want to do them by myself because I need like that other piece.
Well, no, for sure. You just kind of need that, like that extra push, and it's almost like going to the gym. It's so much easier when you have like someone that like motivates you. Like, dude, you got 2 more sets. Like, hold you accountable.
That's a perfect metaphor for this. So basically,
because you can tell we both go to the gym a lot.
Oh yeah, tons.
Yeah,
it's like Jim's Donuts.
Or just Jim.
So basically, they had me on as a guest. That episode too, I had just come back from my like vacation. So like I show up, I had like this was before we had video too, so I had a sunburn and shit like that. And we did it in a closet.
Yeah, in my apartment inside
the origin of where
closet.
the name comes from, for one thing, is that we're huge fans of Eminem, but also the greater scope of it is that we started it in Julian's closet.
That's probably like
had a studio
quarter
set up.
of the size of what we are in now.
It's tiny.
Or
It was
even smaller.
whenever one of us had to leave,
That's
we
the
would
worst.
all have to get out.
I literally had to take all my clothes out of the closet, and then someone had to piss during the episode. Like everyone had to leave. Musical chairs. Basically.
Everyone had to leave, and you would have to take all the clothes out when we recorded. But basically, what happened is Sean was like, "Dude, told Julian we got to have this guy as a guest," and Julian's like, "Sure, why not?" Now, up to this point, I don't know what you were thinking. You were probably like, "I mean, I've met this guy. He's not that funny."
To be honest, so
like,
I'm going to tell you right now.
I don't know.
I don't even know if I've told you this before. So when
you jerked off right when I got there,
right before you got there, just
while I was talking,
home.
just like behind my back.
No, when Ginger Sean first presented the idea of like, hey, like I want this guy to be on it, on an episode. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. We really hadn't we'd done maybe total of 2-3 episodes at that point.
Yeah.
And he was talking you up and shit. He's like, yeah, no, I've known this dude forever. Da da da. In the back of my mind, I'm just thinking
he can blow
so many guys in a matter of seconds too.
He's like, remember when you were talking to me about how many dicks you would have to blow to reach this? Right. He's just like, this guy could do it
in a record time.
Yeah.
No, but in my mind, I'm trying to think. I'm like, yo, is this motherfucker trying to replace me? I'm like, is he kicking me out of my own podcast? Like, what the fuck's going on here? And we ended up meeting up at my house, and
I'm Tim Allen, bitch.
We instantly had really
You're trying to Santa Claus me right now. You're going to push me off my roof.
Dude, sometimes you got to, you know what I mean? No, but, we ended up, having really good chemistry right off the bat. And it kind of showed.
Honestly,
sort of
if you watch
on.
that episode 2 is where I first show up as a guest. If you watch that episode, I think it comes across that there was a good comedic flow between the two of us.
Right.
And what's funny about that is that episodes after that, it was so choppy because then we were it was in the mindset of okay, I got a call from Sean after we filmed, right? And he was telling me that he talked to you, and he was like, "Hey, we kind of want you to be the co-host." And he was saying, "I'm going to take a step back and do more production side of things."
Right.
And basically we want you to come in, we think that you have a really good chemistry with Julian, and you guys have pretty good size penises. They're good in length and girth. Exactly. They match each other really well. And so we feel his issue was that his was too small and not girthy enough.
It looked like a Red Hot.
And we kind of felt that's not going to really, when we start playing with the big leagues, when we start moving up to Joe Rogan level and stuff like that,
Your
Saudi Arabia, we really need you to have that kind of length and girth. So that when we go into these meetings with these executives, we can lay them out on the table and we say,
we don't even say anything. We just lay them out on the table.
I want you to give me money equal to what you think this is worth.
But if you walk around with a Tic Tac and you lay it on a table, they're just going to laugh at you.
They're just going to be I can't even see it through all the little ginger fluff.
Yeah, so we just made the executive decision right there and decided, he's going to have to step back. Plus, I mean, who really wants to look at Rocky Dennis?
Right,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? Let's be honest.
I mean, it's a fair point.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
That's what I picture when I stop myself from coming.
Ginger Sean or Rocky Dennis? One of the same, right?
Same.
Yeah, okay. Same thing. Obama, OJ, tomato.
Rocky Dennis looks like Ginger Sean and Carrot Top did the fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, right before they got stung in the face with a bunch of bees.
And just took a shit ton of steroids. So, what's it called? So from that point on, we were kind of recording a little off and on. The schedule was kind of spotty here and there. Right. It took us a while to come up with an official title.
Oh yeah, it took us.
I came up with the title, but it was even after I came up with it, we were all kind of are we going to go with that?
It was so weird.
It took a while for us to stick with it. And then we were after a while we go, oh no, we really like it.
Yeah. Cause the first initial thing is I like it. It's it just didn't hit the way I wanted it to. And then after saying it a couple times, I'm yo, that's really fucking dope. I was it is a little wordy, but that was our main issue with the title is we all liked it, but it was just wordy. Cause the biggest thing with podcast names is that give it a catchy 2-3 words. JRE,
you know what I mean?
Joe Rogan
something
Spirit,
simple,
something like that.
Something easy to remember, something that rolls off the tongue. Jizz Journal. Yeah, exactly. What's it called? So yeah, you can really see in those earlier episodes where we formatted things so heavily.
Compared to because right now it's just free flow, basically.
We had no history of communication between the two of us. So we were complete and utter strangers coming in to do a show together. Mm-hmm. So that's what's so interesting about watching the podcast. We kind of had to learn we start from the podcast. To learn about each other and become friends as we record the podcast, which has only been going on for 3 years?
2.5 maybe.
2.5 years.
But there was a huge span. I mean, up until the pandemic started, we had recorded a bunch of episodes and just we're sitting on them basically. And we kept saying like, okay, once we get this many, and we kind of got to the point like, well, the pandemic obviously
happened and we just said fuck it because it was going to be too hard for us to record and stuff like that. That's when we started doing recordings.
Oh my god!
First, we put everything out at the beginning of the pandemic when the lockdown happened here in Florida.
It was probably 15 episodes maybe.
Yeah, something like that. And then
which took us probably a year to record all those 15 episodes.
Yeah, you would think we would have had way more, but there were times where we were like, we didn't record for like 2 months or something like that.
Something ridiculous. What's kind of basically what we do now, but
there's reasons for it now, though. Right? So, we started even doing the video chat episodes where I would record at my house, Julian would record here, and then those were like not fun.
Dude, we have technical difficulties in studio. The fucking out of studio shit is just beyond ridiculous.
And every single one of those episodes we've mentioned so far are up. You can watch them. You can. We don't recommend it.
Do not recommend it at all. Because at one point we were using that Anchor app. So the audio isn't even like microphone quality. It's like over the phone. It's super choppy. Yeah. It's basically like you're talking on a Nokia with your homie. I mean, like I said, there's some gems in there every once in a while, but the quality is just not
as
up
fuck
there.
Is, but yeah, it's not the best. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the origin of the podcast. That's how we got the name. That's how it came down to the two of us. I mean, we
had to sacrifice the Ginger.
Yeah, Ginger Sean eventually he wound up leaving because he just had. Should I lie?
You could lie.
So creative difference, that bullshit that they always say. No, so we kind of no longer needed there was no longer a necessity for his outside producing.
Right.
Because most of what could have been done was just like stuff that we could do here. Mm-hmm. And if we just outsourced it to a third person, it would have just like prolonged the process.
It just made everything longer at that point.
And he was also creatively done with the show, he no longer had any involvement in that end. So he was just kind of like, what am I doing? Mm-hmm. So he came to us.
It wasn't like any like weird like vibes or anything like that.
Yeah, he came to us and he was just like, hey guys, like I just feel like I should just like fully like
step out.
Yeah. And we were like, yeah, man, that's fine. Like that's totally cool. And like, what we said in the first episode that we did after he left was that like,
go kill yourself.
He left the show, but he didn't leave the involvement in everything that we do.
Right.
So whenever we are doing other stuff that doesn't have to do with the podcast, he is involved with it.
Yeah, I mean, we have
calls with him. We have like group chat with him where we still talk about the ideas because we don't only the podcast is sort of like an umbrella for everything that we want to do. There's so many different kinds of things and content that we want to make. And he's pretty much always in the back of our minds whenever that's going on. So he's always involved in it. So whenever we come up with an idea, we're like, you do this, I'll do this, he'll do this.
And it just kind of like naturally just like like it just comes about that way. Yeah. I mean, like you said, the podcast is just the little foundation of everything else that we're trying to do. There's a shit ton of stuff we've been kind of working on it, but we're going to get back into it and shit. But yeah, man, that's Kevin, that's the gist of it, the origin story of us. Oh, you forgot to tell about the part where we dock penises, and that's where, like, oh, shit. Flickering of the lights.
Are we getting the fucking, the storm?
Hopefully
we've got some storm stuff going on over here right now.
Yeah, we're in fucking Florida.
Yeah, so it's been, season. Like, fucking choppy as hell these past couple of days.
For sure.
It's been hot as shit in the mornings.
Dude, and that humidity is fucking ridiculous. It's crazy because
even on the days where it's completely cloudy and the whole state is covered, it's fucking gross.
Doesn't matter. You walk out there, it's like you're walking to a fucking sauna, dude. It's the worst.
And then like you're so sweaty that like you just walk through a cloud of gnats and they all stick to you.
Dude, yeah.
You feel like a fly trap.
No,
it's
for
disgusting.
real, for real. It sucks too because at work, like sometimes
I try and hold my breath like when I'm walking.
See those things?
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to fucking inhale them.
Dude, that would suck.
So, is there a stupider bug than that? Like, I feel like their existence is just like,
yeah, I mean, what the fuck does a gnat do? What does a gnat literally, does it do anything other than piss me off?
Like, seriously, they don't even have a Pokemon for it.
No.
That's how you know it's fucking useless.
Like, at least like a fly will eat shit, right? So, I mean, it's got some sort of
That's
like
the utility.
Yeah, I mean, it does something. What the fuck's
They're the janitors of the insect world.
Exactly.
Or would that be a dung beetle? No, they play with shit.
Yeah, so they're just they're the
They're the Ginger Shawns of the insect world.
And for that, we gotta let you go.
Dude, there's no dung beetle Pokemon either. Like, I feel like there's a lot of they're afraid of shit in the Pokemon world, and we gotta.
Have you ever seen Ash Ketchum shit? Like, I'm being no.
Yeah, exactly. You've been going through my search history.
Mm-hmm. Some weird shit on there, bro. But also some really good questions.
Yeah.
It's like a 50-50.
You're like a philosopher with this stuff.
But also, like, really, you should probably get yourself checked.
I'm worried about your ideas about bananas. Like, it scares me. I don't even think they should be on the internet.
Did you know that bananas that you eat at everyone
they're holograms?
No, they're actually clones.
Oh, yeah, I did know that.
Isn't that fucking weird?
No, it is weird, dude.
That is, like,
it's so crazy.
Really fucking
and
bizarre.
I saw, there's a thing where, they're all based off of we genetically engineered bananas to look and taste the way that they do now.
Right. And
it's all based off of this one strand of whatever banana that we genetically engineered. And so if some type of, virus happens that wipes out the entire crop,
then we're never get bananas
you'll
again.
never have that flavor again. Like that banana shit
think
will
they
be
said
gone.
Some shit like,
isn't that crazy? And it can happen.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think they said some shit like the possibility of it happening is like actually a lot higher than you would think, kind of a thing. And that'd be so fucking weird. Like your grandkids, your grandkids.
Did you see that
they never have a banana?
A couple years ago, they were talking about the whole shortage of chocolate and how they were.
I think I
don't know if you saw that, but there was.
I vaguely do.
I don't know if it's still going on or not, but
like, I would love me some chocolate, bro.
It was a whole like news story, and there were articles and stuff like that. They were just like, "Will your grandkids taste chocolate?" And I'm like, "What are you trying to say to me right now? What are you?" Like, I've never been more afraid of anything in my life.
I've lived through 9/11, and that is more terrifying.
Yeah,
I'm just putting that out there. If you would have told me chocolate may not exist when I'm 30.
I drove the plane.
You drove it?
Yeah.
You didn't fly it. You just drove it on.
Well, that's where it all went wrong, Julian.
Yeah.
You see, I wasn't thinking that day. I didn't have.
I
was lacking potassium. There were no bananas.
No fucking bananas. No chocolate.
You know what this means, though? You know what this really means, though? No chocolate dipped bananas, and that's a scary thought to me because they're not that good. I don't like them that much.
I don't mind bananas, honestly. We're getting.
I like bananas.
I don't mind them. Like,
this is what our podcast has devolved into.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. It is fruit month, right?
I'm a salad guy.
I like to toss them.
Yeah. That's my thing. That's my thing. That's my specialty. That's what I'm trying to tell these people at work.
They don't listen though.
Put it on my resume.
They ain't ready for it.
Yeah, you put something on your resume and they throw it right out.
Master debater, masturbator, and master salad tosser. Mm-hmm. I'm ranked national.
Champagne to my real friends and my real pain to my sham friends.
Ooh.
You remember that from
No.
What's that fucking movie with David Spade? Or is it?
Which one?
Is it Dickie Roberts?
Yeah.
The child star? Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Dude, that was such a weird one. He had the fucking gloves on always.
So strange, bro.
I believe like he was actually playing himself though. Like 100%.
I do think
Dickie
he had
Roberts.
like a lot of himself in that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's a weird cat.
Let me take a look at some of these topics that I have here.
Let's see what I got going. Quite a few actually.
All right.
I got something that's actually funny right out the bat, like that I saw actually when you were taking a shit and destroying my bathroom.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So an NFL player, Frank Clark, was arrested yesterday because he had an Uzi in his fucking SUV limo, and I guess that's frowned upon.
Like the rapper?
No, not Little Uzi. He had a Little Uzi, but it was the one.
This is where it gets confusing.
Yeah, I know.
He had a little black Uzi.
And Little Uzi, the rapper, was there.
And it was in a wrapper.
It was, yeah. He wrapped it in tinfoil, which was held by the rapper Little Uzi.
And it had like the pink diamond.
Oh, is he the one that did the diamond thing?
I think so, right? Little Uzi Vert?
It could be. I think so. Didn't he have to get it removed because it was for his health reasons? Like it was killing him or something?
No, they were saying like if he took like a blow to the head, it would just like go right through his fucking skull. It would kill him. It's the stupidest thing.
Oh, dude.
It's like if you wore a helmet that had a knife pointed right at your forehead. Dude, like it doesn't make any sense. All right, this is my
dude. I would have just punched him in the head, kill him, and then ripped it out like fucking Thanos. Just.
Oh my god, that's hilarious though. Okay, so he got arrested.
Yeah, he got arrested for fucking, I guess you can't have Uzis.
What state was this?
I don't know what state it was. He plays for Kansas City, so maybe in Kansas City, but maybe not in Kansas City.
I don't really know anything about the gun laws or Kansas City or...
Me neither. I mean, I know Tech Nine's from there. Oh. So you would think they would be allowed.
So we should definitely text him, see what he thinks about the whole situation.
Obviously, after the podcast, me and him.
We'll just hit up all the like NFL players we know.
Yeah, I mean,
there's fucking
Ray Rice, Jerry
quality
Rice.
Ray is what I call him.
I mean, yeah, we're on first name basis or nicknames because that's how close we are. Yeah, that's
well. I mean, that guy's is he? What's going on with that?
He might be fucked.
Is there like a thing in the NFL? Like if he's charged with a felony,
they could, just depending on what the severity of it is and like the whole situation.
Because like so many guys have been knocking the shit out of their wives on tape.
Like two game suspensions. They lose $10,000.
It's like the fucking Jake Paul boxing match. Like literally, they're recording these shits now. They're basically putting them on their Instagram lives of them just fucking stomping their wives' teeth out.
Dude. There's nothing else to do during the pandemic.
And then these guys like come out selling jerseys and they're like,
what's up? What's up, guys? It's your favorite guy, Make-A-Wish Foundation. What's up?
Hey, uppercut. Ooh. That's how you get your nickname now.
Bro, let's do it. Yeah.
What's it called? I know you saw this, but I'm still floored by it. Apparently Batman doesn't eat pussy.
I disagree.
Yeah?
I disagree wholeheartedly.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, and I talked to you about this show a couple of weeks ago, because while I was unemployed and looking for a job, I had nothing better to do but to catch up on things that I hadn't checked out yet.
Right.
So, one of them being that Harley Quinn show on HBO Max. And it's actually really fucking good.
That's what you were saying. Yeah, I was hesitant because I've heard things about it. I've heard like good things about it, but then really I'm also like it's DC's.
Yeah. Like, but DC always has a good track record for their animated
studies. Yeah, they do.
So, what's it called? Yeah, it's really good. So apparently the writers had mentioned to the heads of like DC or whatever, they had said that there was going to be a scene involving Batman going down on Catwoman.
They're like, no.
And they were like, he can't do that. And they're like, oh, okay, why not? And they just said, well, because heroes can't do that. And they're just like, we have to sell toys. We can't sell toys when you're putting out like this stuff about
they didn't think about it. They could have sold sex toys, bro.
All right, I wasn't going to go there.
Bro, could you imagine a whole nother
Wayne
market?
Wayne Industries.
Wang Industries, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A Batman dildo.
You're really,
I own like
you
three
put
of
a lot
them.
of thought into this.
It's my side hustle.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Well, it's what you have to compensate for something. You're not giving Holly anything with your regular stuff.
I mean, giving her laughs. Lots of laughs.
Yeah.
Here comes the tickle monster.
You tell jokes right into her vagina.
Ooh.
Like.
Who, kid? No.
I just thought that's the most hilarious thing I've ever thought. Like you could possibly, how could you have this conversation and not find it to be funny and like think, what? I think about like think of it the modern age. Wouldn't you think if you're saying something, you just go, huh, is this going to be a meme? Like if
I was just thinking like, how funny would it be if it's just like the writers like, yo, we would just fuck with them. Be like, yo, we're going to make Batman eat some pussy.
Batman's gay. And they're like,
Well, they'd probably say yes to that.
They'd say yeah. They would say yeah.
They'd be like, that's fine.
They'd be way more.
Yeah. They're like, whoa, that's actually a good idea.
You know, you do realize the implication of making Batman gay. Like he's got to suck a dick. Yeah. We're going back around to this.
He's like, whoa. He be gay, but he can't suck dicks. It's like, wait, you're like, telling him what he can't do now?
Like, hold on a minute. He can do hand jobs, and he's just like, oh, so can he play with a clit? And they're just like, whoa, heroes don't do that. Yeah, what are you trying to tell me right now?
Dude, he would probably give a bad hand job. Just the grip
the
alone.
Gauntlet and shit like that. He's probably got like some super experimental lube in his utility belt.
That could be
made of like fairy pussy juice.
Dude, from just another
like from
world.
A third dimension,
just
like somewhere. Like he collected it somehow. Yeah.
Flash keeps giving
it's just
him
Alfred's jizz.
It's every year Alfred's like, I got this for you.
That's why he looks so old. He's depleting his life force.
He's 34 years old. He's younger than Batman.
What are we talking about right now?
It's almost, is this
we
haven't
done an episode in I don't know how long. It's the last couple episodes we put out. For
reference, the last episode we put out was actually you were saying how you were unemployed, and you've been employed for like a month now.
Yeah.
So at least a month between last episode and this episode.
Yeah, so I did get a job. Hooray for me.
Yo, he's sucking dick again.
It's good for me. I'm also not homeless. Good for me. Unfortunately, we wound up having to stay where we are because
that did suck.
We got a lot of debt.
Yeah, and you said they bumped the fucking price of
of course, when you renew
naturally fucking assholes.
You know, we like the area ultimately, but like the reason we wanted to leave because we were just like, well, we could just pay the same amount of money for something better.
Right.
So now we're paying the same amount of money for something that's exactly the same.
Actually paying more now.
Yeah.
So
after applying to a bunch of places and just getting rejected by all of them, we were like, yeah, we're just going to have to stick around here for another year and work on fixing the credit situation.
And the thing too is you had to renew
my credit.
You had to renew it during summertime too. Yeah,
I know. It's the worst time because summer is always super expensive. They always bump the price up on apartments. So we had no choice. Otherwise,
it happens though.
Would have been staying at a fucking Holiday Inn for like
with Chingy, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
What you doing? Nothing, chilling at the Holiday Inn.
Exactly, dude.
Can't afford this fucking apartment.
I will tell you, I've got a crazy story that happened though.
I don't even fucking believe it. Not one bit.
Oh yeah. Oh
What's my motherfucking name? Oh.
Have you seen? I don't know if I sent it to you or not. This was maybe a week or two ago. It's probably been like 2 or 3 weeks now.
Right.
There was like a video of a guy on TikTok. He made like a TikTok and he goes, "Don't call me a cuck."
I don't think you sent me that one.
You know what a cuck is?
Yeah, I don't think you sent me that one.
All right. So, cause it's not really funny. so basically,
but here we are.
It's kind of, this guy starts talking about how he allows his wife to have sex with other men.
That's a cuck.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
By definition.
Hey. Did you not hear the beginning of the video?
I didn't watch the video.
Yeah. So he goes, he allows his wife to have sex with other partners, other men, right. Because he's had the realization that he isn't enough to fulfill what she needs, sexually.
Wow. Good for him.
He like does this whole like self-sacrificing thing, and he's just like,
is he Jesus?
Yeah, no, well, his wife's the one getting nailed.
Jesus Christ.
That's one of them, dude. That's one of the guys.
The gardener's in? Oh, fuck.
So basically, he basically made this whole video talking about how, like, you have no right to call me a cuck because, like, I'm just doing what's best for my partner.
But why is he even putting this video out? Who's calling him a cuck?
Right, exactly. I totally agree, right? So then he goes and says, like, I don't like it, but I know it's what's best for her and it's what she needs and stuff like that. So I guess my whole issue with it, right, is just like, for one thing.
Where's his wife? I want to see her. That's my issue.
Yeah. You keep talking about her, fucking show her, bitch.
Right.
Number one.
It didn't happen.
Number one. Who fucking needs to know this about you?
That's what I'm saying.
Like your mom, your sisters, like all your coworkers, like everyone knows this now. Like for what?
For
who needs
views,
to know
bro.
this? Like unless you're actively going out there and like telling people this shit,
But
like
I mean, at that
nobody's
point, why?
calling you that.
Right.
And then like whoever is, like they're probably fucking your wife, and then you could just immediately be like, all right, that guy's out.
Right.
He's out of the lineup. Like
no more. Get Bobby out.
He's like that guy with
Bring Ryan back in.
That guy who brought the Uzi.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah,
so basically,
fucking out.
I was just like, I don't understand. I never understand when people are just like, people go onto TikTok and they're like, I'm tired of everybody making fun of me because I like to fuck my shoes.
Well, it's the same thing or on Facebook when people make those comments. It's like, oh, poor me. This is like,
right.
No one gives a fuck about that, right?
That's what it comes across as, because
right.
he makes it out to be like it's this super self-sacrificing thing, and he cares so much about his wife, but then he weaponizes his victimhood,
yeah.
and he's just like, do I like it? No. But I'm such a good person that I allow her to get filled with all these loads.
Wait, so is this Ginger Sean?
Yeah.
It sounds kind of
so he ends the video by saying he's just like, sometimes they're together for days, sometimes weeks. Sometimes I sleep a couple days on the couch because they're sleeping in the bed.
What?
And I was like,
fuck, dude, this guy's fucked. Something's wrong with him, dude. There's something wrong with this guy.
Somewhere in my brain, I feel like everyone, every man in their brain, every straight man in their brain could be like, okay, let's say I was in some type of scenario where I allowed this to happen.
Right.
Whatever the fucking reason is, however it came to be. No matter what,
dude,
you're not going to kick me out of my bed, right. Have me sleep on the fucking couch, and then fucking, be in there fucking my wife for days, for a week or so?
This, dude? This guy needs to get fucking checked into a mental hospital of some sort. He's got some problems, dude.
It's 100%. It's that kind of person. That's what pissed me off the most about the video, is that he clearly... It's not like he's okay with it or anything like that. Right. And he doesn't want other people to be okay with it. He wants other people to feel bad for him and not call him that because he's not okay with it, but he's doing it anyway.
Dude, what if it's his only way, though? Like,
such a shithead.
Like, he doesn't like...
Now I see why your wife likes to fuck other guys. You're an idiot.
You're a little bitch. So... Send me that video. I want to see what's up with the wife.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you saw Dave season 2.
We just started watching it last night.
Yeah. I was so excited, dude. It was fucking 2 episodes released.
Dude, the first episode was so anxiety ridden. Like, it was like a roller coaster. I'm like at the edge of my seat the whole time.
Second episode does not get any better.
Yeah, I saw the second episode. It's depressing.
Dude, it really is. But
it has like a hook to it, man.
No, they do such a good job with it. Mm-hmm.
I was saying to Benexi, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen.
Oh, dude, that's fucking lingered.
Season 1 of Dave, Lil Dicky's show.
He becomes a cyborg at the end. It's crazy.
It's a light spoiler, guys. I wouldn't even say it's a light spoiler. Definitely, if you don't want to know, then just skip like 10 seconds at least from here.
From here,
right now.
Right now.
No, but now. Okay, skip from 5 seconds from right now. And then 10 seconds from that right now. Well, then now it's going to have to be skip 30 seconds
His girlfriend leaves him. Oh, shit.
So basically, all right, anyways, when his girl leaves, what I really liked about the way that this season starts with, especially episode 2, right, is that he's depressed, obviously, and he's looking to connect with people. And I feel like that's really illustrated when he leaves the club all upset, and like he realizes that his ex isn't going to show up, and he stands outside and he notices like people talking and stuff like that. And even though he had like a lit joint, he like fucking like rubs it out just to go and like ask for somebody to have a light, and like he just wants interaction, especially from a woman. But when you see them interact with each other in the studio and stuff like that, he's trying to have not just connect with somebody, he's trying to have the same connection that he had with his girl. He wants like someone to talk to and who's going to like give him back the same energy that he's putting out. And it's really like, it's sad, it's revealing, it's emotional, and it shows you.
But it's so good, dude. Like, even though it was like, I mean, the first season was just fucking hilarious. It had its moments, though. Obviously, there was that Gator episode.
Dude, I cried on that Gator episode.
Dude. And the thing is, too, I checked it out, when the first season came out, because especially after that episode, to see, I was like, yo, who's this actor? He's not even
it's his hype man, bro.
Yeah, like legit, his hype man. I was like, he fucking nailed that. Like, that whole episode, dude.
It's crazy.
Was so fucking top notch. His acting was phenomenal in that.
I would have fucking at least put him up for some type of award because that shit was crazy.
Dude. Fucking Rookie of the Year or some shit. Let's get it.
That was really crazy. Yeah, give him an Uzi.
Little Uzi, just a little one though. But have it wrapped in some tinfoil.
So, yeah, no, I honestly...
I'm excited to see where it goes from here. Just because, like, it really hasn't disappointed me yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. The first season was phenomenal.
I saw a video on TikTok that said Dave is just the white Atlanta. You remember that Donald Glover show?
I tried watching it. I didn't really get too into it, though. It's
a good show. It's really good.
I mean, I've heard it was good. I watched
I think the main difference between the show is that I feel like...
He's white and Jewish.
Yeah. I feel like, although Donald Glover is the main character, I don't think he's... necessarily the focal point of the show.
Well, because isn't like the rapper, right? The cousin or some shit.
Well, yeah, but like I mean more like in general, like the Atlanta itself is more like the main character, right? And there's like this broad like all these different people and characters that come in and out of the show. I mean, it focuses mainly on this like specific cast,
right?
But it really does feel like Atlanta's the focal point, whereas like Dave, it feels like this character is the focal point.
And then I feel like is just
in
background.
Atlanta, so much just revolves around those characters sort of being in these situations sometimes.
Right.
Whereas I think Dave takes a more active approach in that the characters are definitely what drive the plot forward.
Right. Well, and it's also, it's very, very personal too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and they do such a good job of just really getting you in that moment of like vulnerability where you're like, holy shit, like I've been in this, you know, similar situation. And it's crazy because like, you know, he's this rapper or whatever and he's doing like, he's walking around with his fucking, no, you know what I mean? But like he's walking around and he's got fucking back knee going on. His fucking shit's crazy. Like what other rapper would walk
fucked up dick.
Yeah. He like openly talks about his fucked up dick.
Dude, that first episode though, like that terrible K-pop song, I just took a shit in Korea.
In Korea.
That was the worst.
Dude,
that was the worst.
It was the funniest thing too, because we were watching it and Holly's like, is that really a song? I'm like, honestly, it could be. Like, it legit could be. Because he'd make some crazy shit like that. Oh my God.
I just wish he would have got the, like, Psy, the guy from Gangnam Style. That would have been awesome.
For the remix,
He totally would have fit on some shit like that.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Oh, man. But
but I mean, I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
Yeah, no, I feel like it can only go up, and FX always has a great track record for, like, putting out really good stuff, but they also have a kind of annoying track record of, like, sometimes... like letting go of really great shows, you know, that like, just because not enough people are watching or something like that, but the shows are like generally really awesome.
Yeah, and I can think of a handful like that I'm really big fans of that were on FXX, I think is what it is now. Fucking Archer, that's a good one. The League, that was on there. But yeah, I also, it's kind of a little bit late now, but did you see fucking Johnny Knoxville turned 50?
Oh yeah,
dude, I feel fucking old as fuck.
All the Jackass guys are like middle age now.
Dude, they're like like our fucking. Well, your dad's a little older.
Well, Johnny Knoxville looks old as shit too.
He looks beat up.
He looks like a grandfather that like if
remember that
he was just like I was addicted to coke and crack and heroin and all of the drugs for like 15 years.
Do you remember that? Was it called Bad Grandpa? Wasn't it that?
Yeah.
That's
he looks like
he looks no prosthetics. He's gonna do the next one. It's just gonna be normal fucking Knoxville. I'm Johnny Knoxville.
He does. Yeah, I know. I saw Steve-O talking about it. I think on his podcast, and I think Steve-O.
It's so fucking crazy. Steve-O looks like good.
After all the drug use and everything,
all the most fucked up things that you could ever imagine, he's 10 times over.
He's burned like I think it was like 60 or 70% of his body off.
Yeah,
like he had to get a skin graft,
Jesus, dude,
all the different shit like that he's fucking done, and he looks pretty.
He probably
good.
Honestly looks like I would say probably one of the best out of the whole like Jackass crew. Because I don't know if you've seen fucking Bam. The shit going on with
Don
him.
Vito. Sorry, Bam.
Basically, dude, how do you get so fat your eye gets lazy? Like, what the fuck? Is that how it works?
Dude.
Is it because they get so fat they're always wandering for food? It's just like going like this. The fucking Don Vito, baby.
Bro, yeah, Bam, I am interested to see the new Jackass movie. Like, I want to see what the fuck
Well,
happens with it.
You heard that they took him out, like he's.
Yeah, they had to take him out because he's like,
Dude, I feel
he's just off the wagon, and
he's
I
on
have
some
seen
other
like
shit.
some stuff about him on TikTok. Did you see that he created his own alphabet?
Yeah, and he raps in this
well,
album.
yeah.
But he's like, do a scribble. He's like, okay, this means this.
It's just like I've seen it, and he does, like the heartogram,
Right,
like that
right.
fucking.
Was it
logo.
for that band for him or some shit like that?
Oh my god, dude!
I've never heard of them, but I've heard like they're the worst.
I've never listened to a
band
single
ever.
song or anything like that. That was not my type of music.
Nah, for sure. But yeah, no, he's definitely lost his fucking mind, dude. He's off his rocker.
He's on some other shit, bro.
I feel bad
It'd
too.
be crazy though if like in Jackass, like he's out, but like April and and Phil are still there. Like
they go back and paint the house again the same color.
Like they're still fucking with them, but they're just like, yeah, Bam's out though.
And it makes me sad
They dig
too.
up Don Vito.
Yeah. Prank, bitch.
put him in bed with April. they recreate the Preston prank where they switch him
over.
out,
Like,
but it's Don
really
Vito's
skinny.
corpse.
He's still fat.
Yeah, the maggots are.
got
He's
fatter.
been dead for 10 years, and the maggots aren't even a quarter of the way through.
They died. They ate too much. They fucking just died. They turned to
All the
flies.
maggots got lazy eyes now.
Dude, Bugs Life 2 is going to be weird.
Anyone watching this who doesn't know who Don Vito is, they're going to be like, what are these guys talking about?
Dude, just do yourself a favor. Look up Don Vito.
Just go watch the entirety of Viva La Bam. Which was awesome.
That's what I was
show
going to
was
say,
so
dude.
good.
It makes me a little sad.
I feel like that was a better
Bam.
spin-off of like the whole Jackass thing than Wild Boys.
I wasn't the biggest fan of that,
Didn't
honestly.
care for it at all.
It was
Viva
like,
La Bam was awesome.
Dude, legit. Do you remember he cut a fucking sunroof into his own?
Hell yeah, and it was fucking Billy Idol who did it, dude. Billy Idol.
That's right.
He grabbed the fucking saw and who can say that Billy Idol cut a sunroof into their Lamborghini with a saw?
Dude, that is some gangster
Fucking
shit.
crazy, dude.
But yeah, they did so much. It was basically like Jackass,
Yeah.
basically, you know what I mean? Just not as aggressive. I mean, it was still pretty fucked up though. They had some pretty
they
fucked up
turned
stuff.
like April and Phil's house into a snow resort. Remember when they're skiing down the stairs and shit like that? Oh my god,
dude.
the stuff that this lady had to put up with. And his dad was just so like,
Fuck, whatever.
he's just like, I mean, I don't know, I'll eat a sub. I'll just be over here doing this. Like,
just getting fatter and my eyes getting lazier.
she's having a stroke. That lady's gonna have like 15. She must have like a collection of aneurysms.
It wasn't from the Viva La Bam. I think it was from Jackass. But do you remember when they put a fucking alligator in their kitchen?
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, I would have lost right from there. I would have lost my
the second
shit.
Jackass or third. Yeah.
I don't remember, but I just remember like she freaked out. She's like, "Oh my god, is that real? Is that fucking real?"
Yeah.
And like we got her to curse.
It's not real. She's like, it's not real. It's real. It's real.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Dude, they were fucking ridiculous.
She's a saint. I feel bad for her.
I really do feel bad for her. I would always think. I remember watching Viva La Bam and all the shit that they would put her through, and I just thought, man.
Well,
I would have to pay my mother so much money to put up with this shit.
I just couldn't do
You
that
know
to
what
my
I mean?
own mom. Like, fuck, dude, I'd feel so like some of that shit's just too
far.
much.
He takes shit too fucking far, dude.
Yeah, dude. He was the first like
he's destroyed her house multiple times. He had to,
many times.
Didn't he have to buy her a new house at one point?
I'm sure, dude. I'm fucking sure.
I would just never give him a key.
You know what spinoff should have never happened though? The fucking one
The
after
unholy union
yeah,
where he gets married.
Yep.
I always thought the wife though. I always thought she was hot. And I
I
was
can't
never into white girls or anything like that. But
I can't even picture honestly what she looked like. I just remember she was just
like
a white
super
girl.
generic.
Yeah,
and I didn't know why, but I was just like, yeah, I think she's hot. Like, I don't know.
It was just 13-year-old peeper. Just
She loved him. Like not him.
not
the
him,
band.
the band. Him.
Yeah. She loved him.
She fucking hated him. Loved him. Little Uzi.
Well, then I remember a couple years ago, like when they got divorced and stuff like that, it turned out that they wound up having like an open marriage.
Oh, so he's the guy that
you
made the
see
video
that?
about the cuck, right?
He's
the cuck.
It's him.
Full circle, baby.
So, I remember it came out that they were getting divorced and they were saying that like, it came out in the news that Bam was like fucking around with this one chick who had like tattoos everywhere and stuff like that. And I was like, oh fuck, I guess. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I guess it didn't work out with him. And then it was like his wife comments about it and you're like, what?
I was like, what's going on here?
And yeah, she talked about how they had like an open thing, but like it didn't work out because like he's a fucking psychopath and he would just like disappear and shit like that. Like, I mean, like, it's one thing if your wife is like, yeah, you can fuck whoever you want, but just make sure you come home to me. But, like, he's just like, I'm going to fuck whoever I want, and I'm just going to forget where the fuck I live.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's a mess now, dude. Rest in peace.
You can't be rich and be like a fucking like heroin addict. You wind
it
up
just
like
doesn't go good.
Just give all your money away.
Yeah, dude. You're gonna end up
You're like Pablo Escobar. You start burying it, but for no reason. Like nobody's trying to take it.
You're just paranoid as fuck. You're like,
yeah.
The meth fairies are gonna get it. It's like, yeah. No, they're not.
No,
but they are.
Oh, where's my phone? Holy shit!
There's no snare in my headphones. Where's the snare?
Oh, I saw this the other day on TikTok, and I thought this might be useful to you. Oh. Like, just as a Mexican man, this might, like, be able to really benefit you.
Whoa, did you just assume I'm a man?
Yeah, I did.
Pencil shavings, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Xbox has a Monlowing simulator.
Did you see the video? Oh, dude, that's the dumbest fucking goddamn thing
dude,
ever.
You can make a game for anything. There's gonna be a game one day where you have to like plaster a fucking wall.
Dude, yeah, basically it's Home Depot's like training video. They're gonna put it on Xbox.
They're just gonna they'll have an intro where you like show up at like you
show up, you're running for the fucking bus.
It's 3 a.m. and you have to walk to the bus station, get on, and
right
get to Home Depot.
You make tamales.
Yeah.
You got the whole fucking 9. Yeah, the whole 9.
And then you have to stand around and wait there for like 4 hours till some white guy in a pickup truck comes and points you out. Yeah.
Tile. See. Tile.
English.
Tile.
He's like, all right, you're in charge. You're gonna be my head contractor. You tell them all what to do.
See.
You speak English, right?
Yeah. McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Little Uzi Vert.
Spit hot fire. Jesus.
Oh my god.
No, that's a little ridiculous.
Lawn mowing.
I don't know whether to be like offended or do I sue
hop
them?
on the band? Yeah, right.
Like, what happened?
This is cultural appropriation.
What's going on?
Unless you got
here?
A bunch of Mexican game developers to make this shit.
I feel like if they did that route, dude, they would just go virtual games.
You know, because of my new job, like I don't think I've said what it is. I'm just a delivery driver. Like
delivers this dick.
It's like the same thing that like Amazon does, FedEx, shit like that.
Right.
But anyways, I always driving through these communities, I'm just always seeing like landscapers and stuff like that, guys mowing lawns. It's always Mexicans, right? And
we just assume all brown people are Mexicans.
I saw this Mexican dude today, and I was just like, oh wow, like this is the first time I've ever seen like a black dude a part of one of these like lawn mowing groups.
Was he just really tan?
He was the darkest Mexican I've ever seen. This guy looked like the
Dominican,
Wesley Snipes of Mexicans. And I just thought, holy shit, this guy's gonna have skin cancer. And he's like,
he's probably
21.
been landscaping since he was like 2.
Yeah, he was so fucking dark. I swear to God, out the corner of my eye, I was just like, oh, it's you never see a black dude like with a bunch of Mexicans mowing lawns. It's unheard of. It's like a unicorn. And yeah, it's just this guy's so fucking dark. His skin is no longer skin. It is just cancer
just
covering
black licorice.
His organs. He's just got cancer shielding his organs from more cancer.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a superhero.
Yeah, he's gonna be
Deadpool.
Yeah. He's Deadpool.
Basically. I didn't know he
Deadpool's Mexican now.
Hey.
That's why he loves chimichangas.
Dude, it all makes sense now. I mean, if Marvel doesn't make that happen, we will hashtag it until it does. I mean, if we need to, we could throw Ryan Reynolds under the bus.
About this.
Where did he get married? That's all I'm saying.
Dude, me and Benexi, we had a idea for a threesome app. So we were just like, you know how there's like dating apps and stuff, and there are ones that already exist, but so we had this conversation a couple days ago.
Isn't it like Craigslist?
Yeah,
glory holes and shit.
Yes, for someone who does wet work. What's it called? So we were just like, I don't remember how the conversation came up, but we were thinking about, I don't know. We must have been watching a show and some type of conversation about threesomes and dating apps came up. And I was just like, yeah, well, you know, like people go onto things like Tinder. Sometimes couples go on there and make couple profiles. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then they'll look for a third person to add in. And so it'll be like,
but it's not like specifically designed for
right.
for that, you know what I mean? It just
right. But there are dating apps that are specifically designed for it. They're just not as popular as like Tinder or, you know, whatever other dating apps there are. So we were like, let's make it. Do it. So like with her starting to do the coding thing and stuff like that now, we were like coming up with ideas because we were just like literally like we could make.
Did you? So what's the name?
Dating app.
That's going to be the base of whether or not this is going to succeed. What is the name of this app?
I think it was.
So you already lost me. You think? Or do you know?
I think it was Us Squared or Us Cubed or some shit like that. Because like
I'm not
squared is like, you know, like 3, like you know, like math, like it's like math. 3, and it would be like us, and then put it on like a little square, and then blah, blah, blah. And I think that's what it was. I can't remember, but we were
she's gonna be screaming at you when she's listening to this episode.
We were having a full like real ass conversation. We're just like, okay, so like, what are the functions? Like, what are the different aspects of the app? What's the UI look like? Like, we were really discussing this to a T.
Oh, Jesus.
And I really want to get back to this. This might be our next revenue stream. Like,
fucking let's do it, dude.
We got to diversify our streams.
Dude, get that portfolio diversified.
Speaking of which, I started in, I got like an investing app, like to buy stocks and stuff. You're looking at a guy who owns some stock in Tesla and Amazon.
What?
So,
that's amazing.
You know, I'm big money now.
I'll say big baller status in this motherfucker.
I think next week I'll pay for the pizza.
I heard you actually own all of Dogecoin. All of them. It's valued at 70 cents.
It's actually similar. It's called Douchecoin.
Douchecoin.
Yeah.
By Kyle.
I was the guy that got Tim Allen off.
You like literally just jerked him off until he fucking finished.
I'm telling you, those skills, man. I'm good with it. I learned orally.
Combat and mouth to dick combat is your expertise.
Is there a Mortal Kombat porn porno?
Definitely got to be. There's a parody of every. We
gotta look it up. We have to see it before I leave. We gotta look up Mortal Kombat like porno version.
Parody, dude. Watch, it's like so much better. Like the story's actually really good, and they just like there's just a lot of fuck scenes.
Do you think there's a non-pornographic version of Cuties? Like it's just a regular ass movie, like a coming of age story?
Yeah, it's called Jack.
Okay. My light just cut out.
Did your laptop die?
Did I not plug this in because I'm an idiot?
Well, actually, on that note, we could probably actually get this bitch wrapped up. You forgot to plug it in.
I did forget to plug it in.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I think when we had that phone conversation earlier before you got here, and I was like, fucking excited to be in the studio.
What's it called, guys? Like all the
delays and gaps in between episodes.
Yeah, just with my job, losing my job, getting a new job. This new job schedule is really difficult for us to record.
Right, and then I just actually got a new job promotion type of thing as well recently, so my schedule's a little bit different.
Cum cleaner.
Head cum cleaner. Like I just clean the head of it. Mm-hmm. I'm not like the head of the guy. I'm not like that guy yet. I'm hoping to work my way up. But right now, Sean's got that position locked.
It's hard to move up in Julian's like place of work. You know, he's working with a lot of special needs children, so.
Dude, you can't call them that.
Yeah, we call them gingers.
I was going to say, better than what I was going to say. What I was going to say probably would have got us in trouble.
No, so
Bobby Lee would not appreciate it.
Anyways, guys, make sure you're following us on our YouTube channels. Go ahead and subscribe, comment. Make sure you're liking and sharing with anybody. And special shout out to Kevin for that email, man.
Yes, sir. We really appreciate that.
We were so hyped about that because I guess the whole thought process behind it was that when we started making the podcast, it was cool to have like people we know reach out to us and be like, dude, we checked it out. That's really cool. But like the thing is whenever you do something like this, the first people to tell you like that they love it are always your friends and family and stuff like that, you know?
Right.
And it's great. But when you really start to feel like you're actually doing something really good is when somebody who you have no affiliation with, you don't know, could live in fucking Antarctica.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Kevin.
Salalabaki.
So, it was really cool to get that message, and we were both like, fuck, that's
I was
so
hyped as fuck
awesome.
on that shit.
There's just like random people out there, and like obviously we don't know the 60 subscribers that we have, so like there's probably a good like between the two of us like 15 to 10 people we can name that we know for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And then everyone else is just random ass people that for whatever reason they subscribe. We don't even know if they watch. Who fucking knows?
Well, at least subscribe. But I mean, if you are a subscriber and you are watching, send us an email. Like,
send us an email. It can be questions you have for us. They can be serious questions, ridiculous questions.
Anything.
You can have topics for us to discuss. Episode ideas, anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have like something that you want to hear us talk about, like a topic of some sort, send that in there as well. You know, just whatever the fuck you want.
What our favorite positions with each other are.
Fucking face to face, locking eyes. Mm-hmm. That's mine.
We just like rub them together like that.
No, we get
a rocking motion.
We get super close, but don't touch, and we do jumping jacks and let the heat and friction.
What we like to do is we like to stand in like the middle of like a Tesla coil, like while the electricity and stuff is going off.
Oh yeah,
and we get our discs super close to each other until the spark
connects
right at. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. That's what transmits the jizz between.
We call it the Frankensteining. You know,
when it hits, we're like, I'm alive. It makes a little jizz baby, like a little one, like a little goo creature.
And then we usually step on it. You don't want those running around. No fucking Frankenstein jizz.
So anyways, guys, make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel, the Cleaning Out My Closet YouTube channel, commenting, liking, sharing, and make sure you're following us on all social media platforms at Real Clean Closet. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or on Facebook you can use the full title of our podcast, The Cleaning Out My Closet Podcast.
Correct.
Of course, Julian mostly handles the Twitter.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Instagram. We also have TikTok now, which sometimes we post clips from the podcast on. We might have gotten a couple of subscribers from that. So.
Maybe. We'll keep doing that. It's fun to kind of just see little clippable moments from our podcast and just laugh at it. But yeah, as always, thanks for listening. And if you like what we're doing, make sure you're commenting and tell a friend.
Where do we? What's the email?
cleaningoutmypodcast@gmail.com.
Kiss your dad for us.
Mwah. Bitches.